Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, toasters and toaster ovens, welcome back to Half-Ass Garage. And like I said in the last video at the end, you guys knew what was coming. Welcome to the new Half-Ass Garage. Let me ring inside.
This might be the one time I'm speechless.
So here we are. I closed the doors because it actually is very cool in here, and I want to keep it that way for this evening and keep bugs out. So, with that, welcome to the new Half-Ass Garage. As you can see, the 944 fits beautifully in here. We did go ahead and move it from the last episode into here because I moved all of my tools up to this shop. It is just a bit behind the old Half-Ass Garage over there. If anybody is curious, these are actually all pre-insulated panels from a giant drive-in refrigeration unit from like a warehouse, industrial warehouse that someone repurposed, made this structure of sorts, and I got it and was able to take it apart, built a roof out of reused pallets to save money. Went ahead and also did this beautiful mezzanine storage loft thing so that we could store some motors, some transmissions up there. Right now it's just a bunch of tires till some stuff moves, but we got that up there. We've got lights temporarily hooked up, unfortunately, via an extension cord, because this is still Half-Ass Garage, and we do not have power to the box yet. So for now, we have good lighting, we have my tools, and I have headphones with music. So we are going to get back to work on the 944. We will go over the new Half-Ass Garage, three-quarter-ass garage now, in a little bit more of a future episode. I need to get cranking on this. There is a lot to do before Wolfscart, and this is, I'm done screwing around. Let's do this. Let's get into it. Let me figure out what we're doing today, and I will let you know in a second. That all out. While I'm trying to figure that all out, I have to put this up on the quick jacks regardless. So we're going to do that while I figure out what is going to happen first with this sweet interior. Oh, all right. We're on the quick jacks. Future Dan reference. Keep the car forward when you're pushing it backwards. You get closer to your table that folds down that you cannot fold down to use if you need it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do right now, off camera, because you're not going to see anything anyway, is I need to do some O2 sensor clearancing here because I don't know math. So that needs to be touched up. I wish the O2 sensor was just on the bottom. I do not have the talent nor the time to flip it to the other side and weld it, especially now that it's wrapped. This exhaust is getting redone. This is just for the rest of the season. Come winter time, as I've probably said, all this intercooler piping, my coolant pipes, everything is going to be done correctly by someone who can TIG weld and who is honestly an artist. And I'm excited to have him do this for me because he when you're good, you're good. So that's going to be temporary. So all I'm going to do is just take a punch and a hammer. I can take the exhaust off real quick, which is just kind of barely on there, and clearance so that this, the other one isn't sitting like this, touching. So I need to make a little bit of love down there. But fun fact, when I took a picture yesterday or the other day, I just kind of put those there anyway. So ta-da! Look, O2 sensors are unplugged. Well, guess I'll show you. It really makes no difference. It's just going to be a dent that I have to make on my newly built firewall because I'm good like that. I'm going to then set up the camera, move to the inside, and I'm going to go ahead and take this dashboard and steering wheel off because that's just there for pictures and moving the car up the hill. And I am going to do the gauge wiring. I got to wire the cluster in and mount the heater core. I'm going to do those three things, and I will check in when I take some stuff apart. Alrighty, so we are in here. Dashboard's out. The interior bits are out of my way for the dashboard here. So I need to do a couple things while I'm in here. I need to come over here and I need to take this throttle cable, or this throttle pedal rather. All right, hold on. Messing this all up here. On this throttle cable, on this throttle pedal, I need to take this cable and I need to drill a small hole in the side of this pedal real quick to be able to put that through so that we can get that throttle cable done, and that means I'll have my throttle pedal done. Blap blaps. So that's the first step. I do also need to jump in here and make a rod connect from there to this pedal, to that hole right there. So I need to go cannibalize the brake booster to do that. Clutch, that's good. This is easy. I just need to hang this bad Larry. From that stud thing, and then the one on that side right there. And that is definitely how you mount an ECU. Keep your comments to yourself. Yeah, so there's a few things here like this doesn't need to get hooked up to anything, I don't think. But this, on the other hand, does. This does. This gets hooked up to the OBD2 adapter. Boop, right there. So that goes from there to there. That's good there. I need to make sure everything underneath there is good. I'm going to mount that, and I'll get back at you. Alrighty, so that thing right there now works via this thing right here. So got a little throttle cable going on, a little action. I have to put a return spring on it still and trim it so that it sits backwards a little bit better. So there's slight modification here, but it does make that move, which is amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so at this point, you will notice that my lens is damaged. I found this out after I started recording, but I'm going to go with it anyway. So, what do we have to do? Obviously, finish bolting the oil pan on, so that will be a thing that occurs very quickly. I'll just go underneath and slam that out. Then I have to, before I can bleed the brakes that are now completed, I have to go and take off the back wheels and free up the rear calipers. I might have to go buy some. I have to install the exhaust, which I'll do after I tighten the oil pan, since I'll be underneath there. And then I will be jumping into the car to finish up the brake assembly. I've got a universal GM part, which of course, I have to always keep my GM roots here, thanks to my father. And I'm going to be assembling this piece. I'll show you in a little bit here. I'll give you some more detail on that, so I can finish converting to a brake booster delete here to the master. And then I can finally do the brake bleed. I can do the clutch bleed. I've already got everything but the battery installed, electrical, so we have very few things to do here. So, without further ado, I'm going to go underneath the car. I'll be back in a minute. Hi, Internet. Check this bad Larry out. All right, I do have a light. So we now have the exhaust installed. I do need to tighten those and actually put my gasket right there. I've got all the hardware done for the oil pan. That's all tight. That, I don't know what in the world that is. It's like a ground that bolts to this, but it's to the steering rack. I don't know. It has me confused. But next thing that we're going to do, I got to take those wires, run them, plug them in. I'm going to do that real quick. I have to find the gasket for way back yonder so that I can put that together. And then right now I can put oil in it. It's very exciting. So I will finish. I got to find that gasket. I can now mark that off, which is awesome. Boop, boop. Technically, like I said, it's not completely installed, but we'll mark that off in a few minutes. And what do I have to do? I have to then move on to taking these rear calipers apart and unseizing them or replacing them. So let me get to that point, and I'll check in with you. I have the calipers off. and they're both basically just garbage. This one won't move at all. I don't know what its malfunction is. This one moved, but is all kinds of not cool. So I gotta literally buy calipers, even though I've got calipers right there that are the big brake calipers, but they won't fit on the spindle. So I have to buy brake calipers just to function. Went ahead and almost figured out the wipers, but it's installed. I know how to turn them on and off, and that's really the important part. So I have not finished installing the interior because I have to put that in and do the pedal. So I'm going to jump on that in just a second. But this took some time to put together and clean and put the wire. I got the grounds for the ground distribution here for the wiper coming through out of here. And we can officially cross that off the list. Wiper motor install, that is in fact done. So, and actually there's gonna be a lot of stuff marked off. Wow. Whoa. Do me a favor, comment, like, subscribe. This is probably, you probably see quite the large nose right now, but I really appreciate it if you subscribe, and I will talk to you in just a second.